It's time to get my revenge. Time to carve the Pumpkinhead. So here's here's my okay. There's a lot going to handle, but um, before I get into the video, just pump Pumpkinhead is an American supernatural horror movie, a directorial debut, a special effects artist Stan Winston. It followed the particular demon of vengeance inspired by the poet of Ed Ed Justin, and the film inspired a video game, Blood Wings, Pumpkinhead's Revenge. Stan Winston is actually a special effect artist for Terminator, Jurassic Park, Alien, The Thing, Predator, Inspector Gadget, Iron Man. There were Scissorhands and won 4 Academy Awards. But sadly, he died in 2008. But his filmography is Gargoyles, a Pinocchio, Dr. Black and Mr. Hyde, Dracula's Dog, The Wiz, Friday the 13th, Part 3, but he was uncredited, The Thing, Terminator, Ghoulies, The Investigator, Invaders from Mars. He got a lot of, I am, he also, he got a lot of horror movies, include his last role of Shutter Island and Array. Honestly, the stars are Lance James. Lance James is actually the bishop, known as the bishop in the Alien, and the Fox the Millennium, that and Call of Duty. He 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 is actually uncredited from The Outsider as the U.S. He also does he also in Damien Omen 2, Piranha 2, The Spawn, Nightmares, The Terminator, Aliens. Honestly, Aliens Free. Honestly, he also in Scream 3, The Mimic Free, Alien vs. Predator, Hellraiser Hell World, When a Stranger Calls, Superman Brainiac Attack, Pumpkinhead Ashes to Ashes, and he will appear in Ashes to Ashes and Bloodfield. And revives his world at Ed Harley. And also a Nightmare in Red, White, and Blue, The Banshee, and he he is actually still doing. He actually does horror movies to this day. John DeQuico, which is he played Joel on Pumpkinhead, and honestly, that his only current role. And he actually play play a lot of roles in TV. Jeff East. Jeff East uh, play a lot of roles, but it's his only role in Pumpkinhead. A Carrie Restaurant. She was in Fray Revenge, Appointment of Fear, and After Midnight. Oh, she in The Facts of Life, and her her filmology, she just in the a Phrase Revenge and Pumpkinhead, Ghoulies 2, and that's the only thing she is in. And she also in the documentaries of Pumpkinhead and Ghoulies. It made 3.5 million on the box office and 4.4 million. Actually, the budget 3.5 million, and it actually only made 4 4 4.4 million US. The Legacy had become a cult film and a reboot, a sequel direct to video, along with two additional sequels, Ashes to Ashes and Blood Feud, made for a TV movie. And there's a reboot in play for Paramount users. There's also a Dark Horse comic book series, a video game, mall kits, and the music by the Misfits. The reputation? Honestly, you got 65% on Rotten Tomatoes. Honestly, it was released in October of 1998 and again in 1989. It grossed 4,355,516 at total at the domestic, and was actually made by MUA Home Entertainment. It was actually created, inspired by Ed Justin's poem, and the script was made with special effect by Winston that actually look actually very nice. Tom Woodruff Jr. play as Pumpkinhead, and Clayton Heller play as Dick, a man in the opening credit as Richard Warlock, Mushroom as Gypsy, Madeline Taylor Home as the Old Heel Woman, in 19 in Elected to the Pilot. And if you made this far, please give me a like, comment for more, and subscribe. And I say this a much. Please subscribe. I do like to see. Hey, are you still look at me? Please share this and tell your friends to subscribe to me. I do a little. I do the research on the fly. In 1957, Tom Harley waits inside his farm cabin with his wife and son, Ed, a doomed man, seek sanctuary at Tom's cabin. But Tom refused and threatened to shoot him if he doesn't not leave watching through the window. Tom Ed witnessed the man caught and killed by a monster. Well, to tell you the truth, I'm when I go through Pumpkinhead, I actually going to tell you this. Pumpkinhead, when somebody actually summon this demon, Pumpkinhead is the Vengeance. Like I say in my intro, Pumpkinhead, anybody that do something that cause Pumpkinhead, this Ed, in the present, Ed is a widow father and owns a small store in the country. He leaves his young son Billy alone while he runs an errand. A group of teenage campers stop by at Hurley's, and while riding their dirt bikes, they accidentally mortally injure Billy. One of the teens, Steve, stays with the boy until the father returns. The killer flees and seeing that his girlfriend, while the rest leaves to find the phone at the cabin. The campers fight about whether not to go call the police. Joel, who is personally responsible for the boy's injuries and is not on probation for the small incident, rip out the phone cord and knock one of his friends unconscious and lock him and the girl in the closet to stop them from contacting the authorities. To tell you the truth, this is Billy is Ed's only son. Joel, this if okay, the truth is Billy the Vegets the best the Vegans the best dish is served cold. Just desserts. If you guys don't get the reference, this is why. Um, Ed goes to see a witch and offer her gold, but she say that she cannot wake the dead. Instead, he Ed say that he want revenge. The witch agrees to help, but warns him that revenge comes with a terrible price. On her orders, Ed goes to an old graveyard in the mountains, dig up a corpse, and bring it back to the witch's home. The witch used the blood from the father and the son to resurrect the corpse, which rise as a gigantic, spinally demonic demon, referred to as Pumpkinhead by the locals. When I say vengeance, Ed, Ed by using the blood of Ed and the blood, Ed used his blood and his son's blood to get revenge on the people that they hurt. I am Joel should let the authorities take them in. Uh, get them arrested for killing Billy. But if Joel done that, back at the cabin, Joel begins to experience remorse for his actions and decides to turn himself in to the police. The monster, however, has already arrived. One of the girls, Maggie, hears a voice whisper her name. Seamlessly hypnotized, she follows the voice outside the cabin. Steve bring her out of the trance, but Pumpkinhead kill him. Ed experiences the murders through the monster's eyes, while the campers search for Steve. Pumpkinhead drags away Maggie and Ed experienced the extreme murders. He returned to the witch and begs to stop the monster actions. However, tells that nobody can stop Pumpkinhead and Ed will die if he interferes with the killing spree. Yeah,
successfully beg the locals for help. Ed arrives and shoots Pumpkinhead, but when Joel checks to see if the creature is still alive, grab the rifle and impale him with it. A local boy, Blunt, help the two remaining camper, Tracy and Chris, reach an abandoned church. Blunt relates the legend of Pumpkinhead, explain that the monster avenge who has wrong. If anyone tries to stop Pumpkinhead or helps the victims, the person becomes Mark II. Chris dirt bike fails to start after Pumpkinhead removes the chain. He lifts the up the bike, and Chris, still on the throw it in the tree. He drags Chris back to Harley's house, and Tracy, Blunt, and Ed have taken shelter. Pumpkinhead catches Blunt and Ed and stumble out the barn, but accidentally stab in the arm by a pitchfork. But both Ed and Pumpkinhead cry out in pain. Ed Pumpkinhead release Blunt. Ed knows that Pumpkinhead head is more human as Ed himself appear more monstrous than realize that he and Pumpkinhead are one. The only way for Ed to kill the monster is to die himself. Pumpkinhead grabs Tracy by the neck, and before he can kill her, and shoot himself in the head. Pumpkinhead morally collapses to the ground and grabs Blunt again. Tracy takes the gun and Ed begins to finish him off. Ed
Now,
now
fully
fully
metamorphosed,
metamorphosed
appeared to Mansa Tracy. She began him until both he and Pumpkinhead fall to the ground dead. Tracy, Blunt, and Chris then watch as Pumpkinhead bursts into flames. Later that night, the witch buries Ed in Pumpkinhead's grave, ready to wait for the next person for revenge, and still wearing the necklace his son Billy made him. But to tell you the truth, the sequels are just direct to video, while this is just a movie theater. I can't, but I give the late Stan Wilson his due. He create a a good thing for his occult film. He got a cult following for Pumpkinhead, and they're going to make a reboot on a Paramount program. I can't, and I will watch the sequels, but I will watch the sequels, but I will actually have to upload. Well, I will have to premiere my Halloween on the 31st because I'm out of minutes on the first. I will still have minutes on the 30th, but the 31st I will have no minutes. So, yeah. On the 31st I will have no minutes. So, after Hatchet, I will actually have to get up early to watch Hatchet. Then do a spin dial to pick out the movie of one movie to watch. And yeah, I'm going to use a spin dial and instead of a poll. Then I will actually do the polls, not the first of the month, but I will do it. I will do it the first of the month when I get my minutes on. I promise. Just hold on. Okay? End.